What up, though, people? It's your boy Rod, and today we are here on the Young Old Head Talk podcast. Got my guy GM Sherm with me. What's going on, Sherm? How you doing?
What up, though, big bands? What's the word?
Nothing much, man. This is like trying to take it one day at a time, man. Glad you could stop by and chop it up with us, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I was partaking in some old man activities. I'm glad you rescued me here.
Yeah, man. Living up to the name, man. Can't be taking naps.
It's a good time for a nap.
It's always a good time for a nap. So, today, NBA Finals is coming up, man. We love watching basketball, love watching the NBA. Two teams who I predicted, the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, who I said in the month of March were going to make the finals, ended up making the finals. Nice. So now, since we're here right now, my question to you is, what do you think is going to happen? How many games? Who's going to win? Who's going to show up? Who's going to show out? Who's not going to show up? Give me your thoughts on that
one. Being the resident old head around here, I've seen a lot of these finals, and these first timers, man, they rarely pull one off. So if everyone's healthy, there's no way I can't foresee Golden State losing. So I'm picking the Warriors in 6 on this one. I think Boston, they're role warriors, but they also might give up one at home, and Golden State might not lose one at home. So I don't know. The matchup suggests Boston could pull it off, but I just got to go with the more experienced team, the more experienced coach in this moment. And unlike the Toronto Raptors series where the whole team fell apart, or the same with the Cavs, if Golden State stays healthy, I just don't see them losing.
Well, I kind of agree with that. I kind of want to go Boston because, like I said, the matchups are kind of favorable for Boston, especially defensively. But like I said, they've got championship medal, they've got the experience, they've got the talent, they've got a young star in Poole. They've got veteran talent and they've got young talent. There's no better combination to have on your team than a vet presence who's talented and a young guy who's talented. So, but I will say,
and they got 3 of them over there.
Yeah, they got 3 of them. So I think Boston can still win at home. Will still win in Golden State because there's going to be one game where Steph isn't shooting well and then Clay isn't shooting well, Poole isn't shooting well. There's always one game in every series that happens to them, and Boston's going to capitalize. I don't know who's going to step up between Brown or Tatum, but somebody's going to step up. But I do think it's going to go 7.
Oh, you think the whole 7, huh?
Yeah, I think it's the whole 7. Now, contrary to what would have been in the Miami series, I think if they would have played the Heat in the final, Golden State, that low key might be a sweep. It's either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. I don't think Miami wins 2 that series.
See, right. I think Boston has the propensity to give away games, and I don't think Golden State, what they've gone through with Clay's injury, everybody's getting up there. I don't think if they can attack, they will attack, and that's they're gonna go at them all the time. I saw a crazy stat today earlier that said Jay Tatum and Jay Brown are the leading guy turnover-wise in the entire playoffs. And I'm like, how does that even happen? You can't do that.
Didn't see that.
And keep winning. So, and I'm not taking nothing away from Boston. They're really built well, really deep team, things like that. But I just got to roll with the experience in this one. I think a guy like Andrew Wiggins kind of, for me, pushes him over the edge because I feel like he can stick to Tatum the whole entire series and give Tatum some buckets on the other end. Smart, I like his game, but I don't know. All the stuff they're gonna do with Steph. Can Smart can he check that for 7 games? You know what I'm saying? They run Steph off everything, and he's still gonna hit you with the one-on-one. And the way they just play ball and can play ball, they're gonna go attack a guy like Robert Williams or Al Horford. I know Al Horford can move his feet, but it don't take much to get in foul trouble in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like I really want to go with Boston here, but the drawback to that is, like you said, Golden State, they've been there before. Nobody on Boston has been there, to my recollection. They almost got there a couple of years ago, but nobody's been there. So I feel like you just can't go against Golden State in this scenario.
That's why I can't even give them 7, man. I think these guys are out on a mission. They're not here to You know,
I think it goes 7 for sure because, like I said, these are maybe the 2 best built teams in the NBA, sans Milwaukee, but because like they're going to match up kind of well against each other, even though Boston might have the edge, but they're going to match up well. Like I said, it's going to be a great series, you know.
I feel you. I'm just, you know what I mean. I'm hopeful. I'll put it like this: if Boston can win Game 1, I'll like that chance for 7. But if they walk out there and get punched in the face and say "Welcome to the finals," you know what I mean. We'll see how it goes. And it's going to be like every 2 days between games. It should be a real good series, really. But I'm still going with Golden State in 6.
Yeah. Okay, so rewinding back a little bit, Game 7, Boston and Miami. What'd you think about that? What'd you think about the Jimmy Butler shot and everything that went into that?
I know everybody's like, "Oh, he can do that. He's the best player on the team," and that's fair. But I just didn't like the shot in the moment. Like, just go tie the game. I felt like, yeah, the easy one, and rely on your defense. But I understood why he did it, and you know, things of that nature. But I don't know. It was a little bit of hero ball, but I get it. You know, what can you do? I take it you didn't like it or something.
No, I like the shot. Now, in that scenario, like you said, it's win or go home. It's not like you have another chance. It's win or go home. Right. So you're going for the win. Now, granted, Butler is not the best 3-point shooter. We all know this. But in the heat of the moment, when he has the open shot and he's, like I said, the best player on the floor probably, he has to take that shot. I'm not letting Kyle Lowry shoot the ball. Tyler Hero's not on the floor. I'm not letting Max Strus take it because Max Strus is struggling. The ball has to be in Butler's hands, and if you want to win, give it to Butler and let Butler take that shot. And that's what he did. He just happened to miss it. If they would have made it, everybody would have been like, "Oh, Butler, you know, that was a great shot. You know, it was amazing." But now that he missed it, you know, it's a bad shot. You know, should he have taken it? But if it was the other way around, nobody would be questioning it at all. Nobody.
I get right. That's the nature of, you know, taking last second shots. I get that one, but I don't know. In that moment, yeah, I wouldn't have passed out, no, but I would have guaranteed the bucket. Let's keep playing here. They were taking the soul away slowly but surely from Boston. They were, I think they had come back from 17 or 19 or something crazy.
Yeah, they were down by like 10 with 3 minutes left to go.
And I know people are saying like, well, they were falling apart, and I get that, but I don't know, with the momentum and the energy, you know, who's to say Boston wouldn't have came down and turned it over, because they were doing that the whole series, and you forced up another last second shot. With all the time left, that's probably what my biggest gripe was. It was a lot of time left in that moment, and to pull up 3 instead of, I think it was a 3-on-1 break, like, just go tie the game. If it's 3-2-1, sure, but I don't know. Right there, I just felt it was a little too soon. That's just me though, but in the end, a better team won. So I don't think Miami stole one or Boston stole one. Excuse me, because at the end of the day, Miami had the best home record in the entire playoffs. So until they ran into Boston and they lost 3 games at home, so you can't do that. You can't lose games at home. And don't get me wrong, I know Boston are road warriors, but that stuff can come to an end too.
Now, if you're saying that, Golden State, I think, was undefeated in the playoffs at home. So now they're going to have to do that again. They're going to have to play, if it goes 7, they're going to play there 4 times. So they're going to have to win at least 1 or 2 in Golden State. Kind of what they did in Miami, because they won like 2 or 3 in Miami. So they're going to have to do the same thing in Golden State. Well, in Golden State.
Can they still win? Yes. Will they still win? If they still won, it'll probably be game 2. That'd be my odds. You know what I mean? If I were a betting man.
I will say this. Boston is, when I say they are maybe the most complete team, that is like the real drawback of me just going full force Golden State, because they're built so well. Because like they have switchable defenders, they have shooters, and they have a star. Like Tatum is the star. Then they have a co-star who might be a star on, let's say, 15 to 20 other teams in the league, in Brown. And like I said, they've got switchable defenders, and one of my favorite players is Robert Williams. Horford is a switchable defender. Smart is a switchable defender. Even Grant Williams has a little bit of defense. So like they're built so well, but the championship mentality of Golden State, especially when you got a guy like Draymond on your team, is I think it proves to be too much in 7. I know you say 6, but I think it's going to full length.
So there's also the thing you can say that okay, Golden State's probably a touch smaller in the front court with Draymond and Looney, but the thing is Draymond quarterbacks the defense just like Steph does the offense. Like everything goes through Draymond, and I think over a 7-game series, I think he's going to be way more impactful than we want to, give him credit. And I just think Steve Kerr is going to be able to do things to figure these guys out, especially a guy like Jaylen Brown, because sometimes he plays out of control. The question is, will Jordan Poole match that same Jaylen Brown energy and get playing out of control and playing wild? I think that's where this battle lies. Tatum, I believe he's going to eat. I'm pretty sure Steph's going to eat. And again, who's number 2 guy is going to rise up? Golden State, I think, has, Poole, Clay, Steph, Wiggins, you know what I mean? They got a lot of guys who can put the ball in the bucket. At the end of the day, I like Boston. I like their versatility, but we saw a lot in the Eastern Conference Finals or throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. In moments, there are times if Brown or Tatum don't eat, no one eats. Now, I don't know how that bodes well in the finals. What kind of game are we expecting? Are we expecting shootouts? I don't know. Boston can play either way, just like Golden State. But I just at the end of the day, I just got to roll with the experience. All things considered, if everyone's healthy, that is, because it could be some catastrophic injury, knock on wood, to take place to anybody, and we have another 2019 finals, or was it?
Yeah, that was 18. 18 was Cavaliers Warriors, and then 19 was Raptors Warriors.
Yeah, on the Raptors, everybody just fell apart on the Raptors. Clay bust his Achilles open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God fearing that happens. I just think you're going to see a way too motivated, way too hungry team over there out in Oakland. And everybody's going to, because at the end of the day, Steph's legacy's on the line. Draymond's legacy's on the line. Klay Thompson with the ultimate comeback stories. I can't just take a crew of new guys. Remember when Miami has something to prove finally, and here comes the crew of new guys, OKC, and they still won. Boom. They punched in the face throughout the next series. You know what I'm saying? So can Udoka outcoach Kerr in this moment?
That remains to be seen.
I mean, Nick Nurse got one over him. Nick Nurse was a year 1 coach, but again, Nick Nurse had the misfortune, I guess, of attrition, or the fortune of winning the attrition battle. So,
and Kawhi playing the best basketball of his career too. That helped out a lot. And Fred VanVleet and Siakam, playing the best basketball of their careers. That helped a lot.
Yeah, but they were down to playing a one man team at that point with Steph. Because KD was out of there too, and Draymond doesn't really give you nothing offensively. He kind of does everything else. The intangibles, very good at the intangibles. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I just give me the heart of the champions. If everybody's healthy, Golden State knows they screwed up one. They should have the greatest team of all time, and they got to feel bad about losing to the Raptors the way they did. So I think they're going to be way too hungry and motivated to lose, and whatever Udoka throws at him, Kerr's going to have a counter, and they're just gonna look like vets. And I feel like Boston's going to have one game in tow, then mess around and give it up. And, that's just it. That was that moment. They couldn't handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's an old head perspective of seeing this story play out a few times. You know what I mean?
Oh, tell me, I've seen it before.
No, don't get me wrong, because Boston's doing it the right way. They're absolutely, but it's not a lot of teams when they're building, they go through pain and just boom, break through it, and it's over. And we're talking about a dynasty level Golden State here with 3 Hall of Famers in its front, in its starting lineup, and a lot of youth at you that they can throw at you. Gary Payton's not going to be back for this one, is he?
No.
Okay. And I don't know what's going on with Wiseman either, but
Wiseman's not going to be back either. Iguodala might not be back either. Even though I don't think Iguodala played that much of a role, but I don't think he's going to be back either.
Yeah, right. Now, talking basketball wise, the front court battle does scare me. But what I saw Kevon Looney bring to the table, because you got to figure Looney's hungry as hell himself too, because that's the one guy no one ever talks about on Golden State, and he's been there a long time. So you got to figure he's like, yo, I got to have my moment too, man. Like, I got 3 Hall of Famers, and all the work everybody saw Clay put in, man. Like, I don't know, they're just gonna be super hungry. I just can't foresee the Celtics taking it. I just can't.
Okay, well, we'll see that because the first game is on Thursday, next game is Sunday. So by the time we'll have about 2 games under our belt, and then we'll come back and discuss it to see if our fortunes came true.
Now, you said Celtics in 7?
No, I said Warriors in 7.
Warriors.
But I think it's going 7 now.
You said 7. I said Warriors in 6. All right. Well, as long as the right guys win.
Yeah, the good guys in the NBA. Because when the Warriors are winning, the NBA is winning. You know, how can you not like the Warriors?
Yeah. You don't got to tell me, but I understand.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. So, ironically, this might be our favorite sport. Was one of my favorite sports, if not my favorite sport. But we have not talked about college athletics, specifically college football and basketball. And there's one thing that you may not know that's running rampant right now. It's called NIL, name, image, and likeness. It's basically like, you know, you get a endorsement from some type of company or like business or something like that, and they pay you to support their company and brand their company. They give you money for that, and then you can go do whatever you please with that. You know, go buy you a house. You know, go get you some cars, whatever you want to do. But these colleges and universities, they're using that to their advantage. So they're saying, hey, you come to USC, we'll give you a Lamborghini dealership, you know, or you come to Texas, we'll give you the whole Chipotle franchise, you know, whatever. So,
wow,
yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's really running rampant right now, and it's probably the biggest news out of the college athletics right now. So, if you have some baseline knowledge of it, how do you feel about this whole thing that's going on? Because it's kind of affecting college athletics as we speak. You know, nothing's going to be the same until they change it. So
I'm pro NIL. I really am. I want these guys to get paid. This is a massive pie that the NCAA has been taking, and I don't think the trade-off is fair. And especially when a guy can go out there, ball out for 2 years, lose, get hurt real bad, then they snatch a scholarship. Mm-hmm. Like, that can happen. You know, and why should I do that, man? You can analytically break down the dollar value for every, 100 players on the NCAA team or something, 85 that dress every 85. Saturday. Yeah. You put a dollar value on every 85 players on that team, and I think the NIL is a way to, you know, to circumvent the process. Do I like it? You telling me guys are getting dealerships? I mean, are they getting deals with the dealerships? Or are they getting like whole dealerships? Like, this
they're getting deals with dealerships. Like, one player, for example, named Bijan Robinson in Texas. Yeah, he already went to Texas, and he dude got a whole Lamborghini. Now he's a part of one of the Lamborghini dealerships down in Texas. But the school, you know, I don't want to say they funded it, but like they kind of like put it in his ear. It's like, hey, you know, you go get this or whatever. You stay here, we gonna up that money, you know. And then there's this guy named Jordan Addison. Went to Pittsburgh. He's wide receiver, one of the best receivers in the country. He transferred because, you know, he wants to be at a bigger time school than Pittsburgh. So everybody and their mother is rushing to go get this guy. You know, they're throwing NIL deals, they're throwing scholarships, all this stuff.
Right.
So he ended up going to USC, but like the amount of the money that he's getting from the NIL deal is like $300,000. You know, so like it's basically, I feel like it's turning into free agency for college sports. And I don't know if it's gonna ruin it. But
let me ask you a question. Do you think this has been going on the whole time?
Do I think coaches and universities have been bribing / paying players?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I fully think that's been going on since the beginning of time.
Now, given the massive Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban blow up, you know what I mean? That kind of tells you where we're going with this. Yes, because Texas A&M has literally brought the bag for everyone. But here's the thing. The NCAA isn't doing a good job with regulation. So that's my problem. All right. Because in the state of Michigan, our schools up here, and your school's doing better with this than mine is. I'm a Michigan guy, you're a big guy. Your school's pushing the envelope on that, and they're like, hey, let's organize this. Let's get these kids. Because at the end of the day, bro, we all know what type of time it is. You getting paid, I need to get some. These Big Ten schools are getting like 36 million a year, 32 million a year off the Big Ten channel alone. And they're about to re-up that deal. No. So no, even if I go to Rutgers, I want some. Like, I want some. And I know a lot of old conservative, college football fans just do not buy into this concept. They always say, we're getting free education, you're getting blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I got a kinesiology degree. I can't even say the word, big bands. I can't, I can't even get a job with this thing. What are you talking about? Like, no one wants this. I want to be working at Enterprise. If shout out to you if you went to Enterprise lately, it's 26 college athletes that run every Enterprise. It's dope they're being employed this way, but I want them to have more options. Okay.
Yeah, because like, what if football doesn't work out? What if I'm not quote unquote talented enough to make the league? I got to do something else, I got to set my family up. I got to set myself up. What if I got kids that I had in high school, now I'm in college or whatever? Like, so that plays out. I need to put myself first. I need to put me first, as they say. I gotta put my money first. So like you said, I agree with the whole pro NIL thing, but like it has to be regulated in some forms because like I said, look at Texas A&M. They had the #1 recruiting class ever. Like according to 247 Sports, they had the #1 recruiting class prospect wise ever. Yeah. But how do you think they got them? Jimbo Fisher, he's handing out that bag.
Remember when Johnny Manziel was running things? Yeah,
they've been doing it. Look, I'm sure guys like Mac Brown and Barry Switzer, and, all those old guys, Lloyd Carr and all those guys, they've been doing it since the beginning of time.
Well, in the South, football is religion. Football is king. Football is everything. They want it more. They'll do more. The rules are the rules. And here's the thing. The NCAA made it ambiguous for every state to do it. So Texas is like, hey, man, let it fly. I don't care. We're trying to win this thing. My only gripe is this. If you start paying every high school kid, how motivated are they going to be? Like, because now you fat and sassy. Oh, I got this 300,000. I'm 17, 16, or whatever. And I just signed for 300,000. That's a lot of money, bro. I'm probably going to jerk that money right away. Maybe, hopefully not. Or I'm just not as motivated. Hopefully I am. To say, hey, I'm gonna get even more in the pros, but I don't know. I will say this much: the NFL NCAA feeder system needs to be shaken. It needs to be rattled because if you're good at American football, you have two options: NCAA, NFL. Like that's it. So get them for everything. I feel like.
Yeah, and then there's gonna be situations presented like, say, a guy from the South or whatever. Clemson is offering him $300,000 right now. Ironically, Dabo Swinney does not like this NIL deal and this whole transfer portal thing. But for example, like say he's a guy from the South, Clemson's like, hey, you come here, we got $300,000 for you, and we got a good sponsorship for you. Let's say that. But a team like Vanderbilt, who's not known for football at all, is saying, hey, you come here, we give you the whole thing and $800,000. So now that's bringing in, lower level schools, and that's presenting a whole new issue. Now this kid's like, well, if I go here, I get $800,000, but the team's not that good. If I go to Clemson, I only get $300,000, but I get a chance to play for a national championship. So now they're weighing their decision. So say he goes to Vanderbilt, the kid's probably not going to make the league, So now he has $800,000. So it's a really weird integral system. I don't know how to like explain it, but it's really weird,
Can I add on to your scenario because I kind of like where you're going, and I'm just sitting there thinking too, right? So say you're a 5-star athlete, you go to the same school, we homies. In fact, we both on the defense. You come through. I didn't know Vandy was looking for nobody. I ain't even that good. You the man on the team, but you sell me. They giving you $800,000. They come through to watch the tape, and they coming up trying to get guys like me for another $100,000. You damn right I'm going to Vanderbilt, bro. Like, yeah. So, and if you're good enough to make that 8 there, you feel like Vanderbilt's got the bag. So kids will start chasing the bag like NBA players, right?
Exactly.
So why do I need a national title? I'm trying to get paid. Like the national title is for y'all. I'm here for the bag.
Yeah. Honestly.
What did and I hate to quote Ohio State guy. What was it? Cordell
Oh, Cardale Jones, yeah.
Jones. I didn't come here to play school. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, I came here to pay, yeah.
yeah, we you know it and I know it. So just drop the bag. And there's the thing: the schools supposedly can't be the ones to say, "Hey, Big Bob down at Chevy dealership is cutting you $100,000 if you go down there and tell them." You know, they're not supposed to be the ones. So, but I think in certain southern,
they're not supposed to be the ones.
Yeah, exactly. But these guys in the South, man, they're going to play by 100% different, 50% different rules. So I applaud them, and they're going to keep punching everybody in the face. And now you let me bring the bag man legally that I was going to bring anyway. Like, now he don't got to wear his shadowy coat in the
Yeah, it's black fedora, and you just give him the green thumb, the green light.
He can actually meet us for lunch now. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, oh, so you were the guy that was funding my education and everything else.
Yeah,
that was me.
You got my mom out of the hood. Yeah, of course, man. So, here's the thing. It's crazy because did you see how Deion Sanders got fronted on?
By Nick Saban.
So, how do you think Deion's really doing it? I think, not to discredit Deion, but I think the background, like, it's got to be. Let's be real.
I hate to discredit, a successful black man, but the bag is somewhere around there. Might not be from Deion exactly, but some boosters, some supporters. It's coming from someone, because there is no way the number 2 player in the country just ups. And now Florida State is not as good as it once was, but it's still a rich program and has a rich history. And he's gonna get early playing time. He's the number 2 player in the country. There's no way he just ups and says, you know what? I'm gonna leave this, this Power 5 gig that I've got, good playing time, to go to Jackson State without having some money involved. That doesn't sound suspicious to you.
I get the sales pitch. I 100% get that sales pitch, and I think Deion's working it from both sides, man. Like, Deion know what time it is. His name was Prime Time, bro.
Prime Time, Deion Sanders.
Like, stop it, man. The way he was manipulating the NFL draft, man, there ain't no way that Deion ain't giving these kids the real side. Like, all right, yeah, this is exactly how we're gonna play it. Exactly how we're gonna play it. Hop on Twitter. I'm about to call you. I'm gonna tweet this. You tweet that. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to know nothing we doing over here. And I love that about him. And I'm not discrediting him. I want JSU to take over the planet. If he gets all 85 top guys, I'm there for it. However you got to do it, but I just don't like. Well, I do, and I don't like that the nature of the NIL and the transfer portal, because, again, bro, if you 17, 18 and you have a bad day, where you thought it wasn't an opportunity and you face adversity and you move away from that and try to chase the easier thing, you'll never advance yourself and never go where you're supposed to go. And you know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. I don't know how to.
You're not going to strive for greatness at that point. Like, so you just came to get paid. And now since you got paid, you chilling.
Yeah.
You're sitting back and chilling.
Because I know a lot of guys that, in high school that were damn good. I definitely would have got an NIL deal. And shit, they didn't. They got there and started chilling for free. They didn't get the bag. So I don't know. We're going to see how it impacts sports. I definitely think to change the landscape. The Big Ten, besides Ohio State, nobody's getting down with this, and I don't. We're going to continue to get crushed up here. So that maybe I'm just not excited for college football, and that's why I haven't brought it up.
But your team is coming off a conference championship.
Meh.
Oh, the playoff win kind of soured that, huh? Or the playoff loss, excuse me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, we scored, so there's that.
Yeah, we weren't able to score, but
we
at least we could both say we both lost to the eventual national champion. So at least we could both say that.
Here's my biggest gripe with that. It was a war every Saturday up here. Man, these dudes made us look like fodder in the anime. Like, oh, damn. Like Goku and his first victim at the damn tournament or something, like, oh
yeah.
Shit. So that, to me, I'm not excited about nobody in the Big Ten, but that's a whole nother issue for another day.
Yeah, we'll get into that once it gets closer to football season. We love talking about football, college football, so we'll definitely get into that. But yeah, man, like I said, we're gonna look up one day and then we see 5-star recruits from Georgia going to Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan. They'll be like, what? You know, that's NIL, man. So we're gonna look up. It's gonna be everybody just dispersed around the country, you know, because it's money. You know, they're following the money. You know.
Hey, Charlie Batch is out here cutting the check. Okay.
He's trying to get the Eagles right, man. He's trying to get the Eagles right.
He is cutting the check way. I would have to holler at Charlie Batch.
Yeah, especially if they giving out the bag, I might hit up Islandi. Just saying.
Yeah, it is 2 steps away from Ann Arbor. It's cool. You have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, but on that note, like I said, we're gonna wrap things up, guys. Like I said, appreciate you, GM Sherm, you know, stopping by, you know, and then everybody else who's listening, you know, like I said, if you know, cooking dinner, you know, you're in your late night drive, whatever, appreciate you, you know, just coming through, stopping by, hearing what we got to say. And on that note, we will catch you guys on the flip side. You will stay straight.
Peace.